Welcome to NFL News Update, where touchdowns meet headlines. Stay in the game with the freshest NFL updates. This is your quick dive into football fervor.
During the regular season, Brock Purdy was not credited with a single fourth-quarter comeback or a game-winning drive. In 2 playoff games, he has won in each of the San Francisco 49ers' thrilling victories. The 49ers will head back to the Super Bowl for the second time in 4 years following their 34-31 win over the Lions, overcoming a 17-point halftime deficit to do so. It wasn't the biggest comeback in franchise history, and not even the biggest playoff comeback for the 49ers, but it will go down as one of their most memorable. And they couldn't have done it without Purdy's second half. Just the feeling of redemption. Coming back, it's huge, Purdy said in his post-game news conference. To see the clock hit 0 and you're up, it was special to all of us. But Lions took control of the game early with a scalding offensive attack, rushing for 3 touchdowns while building a 24-7 halftime lead. Purdy and the 49ers, meanwhile, were stuck in neutral. After a missed field goal on their first drive, the Niners drove 75 yards for a score, but a bad interception under pressure by Purdy led to the Lions' third TD of the half. Purdy was 7 of 15 passing for 93 yards with a TD and an INT in the first half, struggling to push the ball down the field, all while the Lions scored on 4 of their 5 possessions. Even with the 49ers getting the ball first to start the second half, things weren't looking great. Then again, they weren't looking so hot last week against the Packers. Head coach Kyle Shanahan said he told the team at the break, "Guys, we're only down 17 points. Added Purdy, "Nobody was rah-rah. Nobody was freaking out." The divisional round win over Green Bay got the monkey off Shanahan's back to a degree, as the 49ers overcame a fourth-quarter deficit of 5 or more points to win for the first time in 32 such situations since he became head coach in 2017. But it also was a big lift for Purdy, who overcame some rough moments to lead the game-winning drive. Together, Shanahan and Purdy pulled it out late once more on Sunday, this time with a higher degree of difficulty. "We played as bad of a first half as we could, but we were still within 17. There's plenty of points there you could make up," Shanahan said at the post-game trophy presentation. "We had to score on the first drive. We got a field goal and not a touchdown, which hurt. But then our guys got those turnovers, kept it rolling. The defense shut 'em out there in the second half, and this dude right next to me made it happen." That dude was Purdy. It wasn't always pretty, and he got some help along the way, but the results spoke for themselves. Down 17 at the half, our whole team was just, "Gotta find a way," Purdy told NFL Network's Omar Ruiz after the game. "You know, our season's on the line. Obviously the first half performance was tough. And so we were like, you know what, backs are against the wall, let's just go. Let's try to get some momentum rolling. Get some points up on the board." So we were able to find a way. The 49ers methodically drove for a field goal to open the second half, and the game shifted after the Niners' defense stopped the Lions in field goal range on 4th down. That's when the offense really got cooking. Purdy needed some luck too. His 51-yard completion to Brandon Ayuk was overthrown, bouncing off the face mask of Lions cornerback Kendall Vilder and miraculously into the hands of Ayuk at the Detroit 4-yard line. 3 plays later, Purdy hit Ayuk for a touchdown, suddenly and shockingly making it a one-score game with more than 20 minutes left in the game. More help arrived with the Lions' self-immolation, dovetailing off some dropped passes. This would become a massive theme. On the prior drive, Lions running back Jahmyr Gibbs coughed up a fumble on the first play of the next possession. The comeback kicked into high gear from this point on, with Purdy using every tool in his bag to help get it done. Purdy's only rushing attempt in the first half was the kneel down before heading into the tunnel, but his legs would play a major role in the 49ers fighting back. On the second play of the game-tying drive, Purdy scrambled for 21 yards down to the 4-yard line. 2 plays later, Christian McCaffrey's second rushing TD tied the game up at 24-all. After a Lions 3-and-out, Purdy led a field goal drive to take the lead, thanks to 3 big plays. First, he spun out of a sack to hit Kyle Juszczyk for an improbable first down. Purdy then followed that up with a huge 28-yard completion to George Kittle, followed by a 10-yard scramble, setting up a Jake Moody field goal. After another failed Lions drive, Purdy's legs were clutch again. On 3rd and 4, he escaped the grasp of Aiden Hutchinson, outran Alex Anzalone, and motored 21 yards for a back-breaking first down. A stop would have given the ball back to Detroit, with just over 4 minutes left and only a field goal needed to tie. Instead, that play and a 25-yard McCaffrey run set up Elijah Mitchell's rushing TD, and the Lions were somehow down 34-24. "I thought it was the difference between winning and losing," Shanahan said of Purdy's second-half scrambling spree. "He made some big plays with his legs, getting out of the pocket, moving the chains, and some first downs, getting some explosives." Purdy completed 13 of his 16 passes after halftime, and even with a few red zone sacks that were on him, he saved his best for last. He finished the game with 267 yards passing, 126 of them in the third quarter, and 48 more rushing, with his 315 combined yards passing and rushing the most ever by a 49ers QB in a conference title game victory, per NFL research.